Hey, welcome to Smoky Mountain Lash Bees. Today is the day we find out if this hive is actually going to make it or not. This is the Cloud Hive. We're gonna go in and see if it's actually queen right or not. If it's not, we will decide what we're going to do and who we're going to combine so that the bees can work their lives out. But if there's no queen, there's nothing more we can do for this hive this year, and we will take the equipment and basically start over next year, which is okay. Sometimes that happens. These ladies did not want to get queen right for whatever reason. They have been a struggle, and you can go back on past videos. I have a whole playlist on here on this YouTube channel, which please subscribe, but whole playlist of Cloud Hive videos, so you can go back and see the whole thing. So we're just going to start. It's a little cool this morning still. We are hitting bad weather, but I'm pretty sure that this hive is, by the number of bees coming and going and whatnot lately, that this hive is done for. But we shall see here in just a moment. As I crack this box open. I'm gonna crack this, and I'm also gonna flip this top lid over for something to set the box on in just a second. Ooh, got a few gals coming out that way. I don't know, there's a few bees in here. We shall see. We shall see. See if I can get in here and move this hive box over. I may not be able to. Whew. These boxes are not light, by the way. Not light at all. Especially when they have comb and bees and stores and all of that in them. So let's see if I can do this. They're coming out where I lifted this. Smoke them a little. Being extra heavy with the smoke because I don't know how testy they're gonna be. There's a pest that's gonna die. Doesn't need to be in my hive. Oh, I'm gonna get this done, I just know it. Let's see what we got going on down here. I gotta find my tool where it fell to. So we do have bees down in this box, which is really good. See bees with pollen sacs, etc. So we're gonna smoke them and see what we got going on. There's a drone. Surprised there's still any drones. Who knows? This hive has been the case of the what the heck is going on for quite some time. So we shall see what it has to tell us. If this hive is queen right, I am pulling frames and combining because it's just not enough time in the year to build up and get any further. I think that it would be better to be condensed down and fewer things to have to cover, keep pests out of, etc. This one they've drawn just a tad bit out on, but it's pointless. In fact, knock them down in there. Come all the way. So, I see a hive beetle down in there. That's not good. If I can get to it, I'll kill it. I try to smush any pest I see. I killed a wax mouth off the outside this morning when I come down here and looked at things. Wax moths and hive beetles are opportunistic pests, and really, if the hive is weak, then they come in, but otherwise they pretty much keep those type things down. So that gal's all over me. See what's going on here. I'm gonna lay my tool down where I can get to it. What do we got here? It's a drone. We got some honey. Of course, some lighting. We have a mated queen. We should find capped brood in here by now. But we got some nectar and honey on this frame. Try not to smush and anger anybody worse than I have to. I think my help's coming here in just a minute. Okay. Ooh, we've got a lot of jittery girls here. Ooh, much heavier. What do we got here? Capped honey. Don't grab it. Capped honey. So they ain't short on food supplies. Shoot. I'm hanging off my hands. They are not being friendly. And I need to step away for just a second. I've got hair in my mouth. I keep talking. Alrighty. Here on the mouth. What'd you say? Player 2. Yeah, player 2 has entered the game. Help me smoke. I'm trying to pull frames that are pointless out so I can combine easier if we can find evidence. I mean, there's a lot of bees, or a fair decent amount of bees. Because look down in that top, we haven't even opened that box yet. I just picked it up and moved it over. Thinking that there's no point to this frame. You ready to smoke so I can get in here? Lightly. Remember, that one gets hot. So, absolutely no point to leaving that frame in there. There goes my tool. That's good enough for now. Yeah, I will here in a little bit. Just hanging. I'm getting pinged like crazy. this frame, but I don't see any brood from here. And there should be brood in here if there's a queen. This is not gonna. They're just feisty, and that's a drone right there.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of pollen pants. I mean, they're bringing pollen in. So I'm just totally confused. Okay, I'm gonna need you to be puffer so I can. What have you got here? Nectar, a whole bunch of nectar, which should be a brood frame. They filled it in with nectar. It's an empty queen cup. Nectar, 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 honey. So that's another frame of food stores, but no queen. There should be a queen, so I'm confused. There's a gal sitting on my arm right now. Next frame is just going to get pulled. And of course, the smoke's already got my nose running. Oh, wait. Shoot. I want to get... They stopped me. I was going to try to pick up a drone. But... nectar. Just a bunch of nectar. And a drone. Why does it feel slimy? Can you do me a favor?
What?
We've got pest.
Yeah.
Can you, like, why does it feel slimy under my finger? Because there's a pest. This hive is where you at? My nose is itching. See if you can scrape all that out. I may have a paper towel in my pocket if you need it. All of this goo and stuff. Clean that off. Okay.
The other side. Good.
The other side's good. So far, this has all been food stores, and that's it. And when there's no queen, I mean, that's all they can do is store food, yeah. Up. Why is it not coming up? Okay, gentle. When they start flying all over the place like that, that's not helpful. Another pointless frame to pull. Wow, that's a nice sheet of honey on that one. One thing is we'll have to change the angle around, or could you bring the little table over here for me to set that up on? Because if I'm going to put these down in, I'm going to need to work that box off from this stand, off this hive. I didn't think about that beforehand. Well, I was gonna lift the drone up to you guys, but it just flew off. See what we got here. They finally cleared out a lot of that newspaper mess. But it does not look, unless she went to the top box and started laying first, which is quite possible, but logically you would have thought she would have started on that bottom box coming in the entrance from her mating flight to it, but we shall see. I'm trying to figure out how to, no even point picking that one up. It's just straight up honey. It's this next one that I need to pull out. See, they're hauling other bees out, like they've discovered it's easier to haul their dead out when I open up the hive. Every time I open up the hive, they're pulling dead out. And there's a few dead in the bottom there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's smoke these guys down. Yeah, back up, because I've got to get them. They've all ran to this corner and hid. Another pointless frame. I'm gonna bang it because I'm gonna kill bees. Right now I'm just gonna see which end has the fewest bees. Running out of space now. Let's see here, we've got 1, 2, 3 frames of honey and 2 of nectar. I'm just gonna move all of this over here for now. They're not storing any of this pollen on these frames. There's no pollen on them. So the pollen's got to be down, or up, I mean, in those top box there. Maybe there's young up there, because they'll store the pollen mostly near the young, because that's who needs the pollen. I need some smoke on my hands, please. More bees in here than I realized or thought there would be. But
Population's dropped.
huh? Population hasn't drastically dropped yet, no. But they will here in a minute. And my nose. Let me see. Can you set that up there? I'm going to step over here and wipe my nose. While the huge wall. Hey everybody, so just coming on here to add the video, for some reason, ended, go away bug, that was a wasp, ended when we were halfway through the Cloud Honeycomb Combo Queen Right Issue Hive. And so I didn't get to finish showing everything, but if you notice, there is no hive. So what happened was we got into the top box and it was all honey frames, nectar frames, and a few blank frames. There was no brood. There was a little bit of brood still in the, let me get in the shade where you guys can see me. There was still a little bit of brood in the frame that I had given them last time to try to boost their numbers. But there was no queen, there was no eggs, there was nothing but nectar and honey. 12 frames of nectar and honey, 7 frames of blank plastic foundation, no comb, really anything. And then to make the 20, because each box holds 10 frames, was the in-hive feeder. So out of 19 frames, 7 were blank, 12 were just honey and nectar. So we had to condense them all down into one box. We closed them up and we finished with the other 2 hives. After we were done with Honey's hive is when you get to see the rest. So make certain you go on to my other videos here and find the the Honey's hive video where you'll see what we did, how we managed the cloud comb combo hive, and preparing for winter. So I hope you click subscribe and follow and keep up with everything that is Smoky Mountain Lash Bees. I'll be with y'all again later.